School Governing Body Federation National Convener, Apostle Derick Mosoana, joins us for a conversation. A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. A lot of frustration. The delays in completing this new school have left parents up in arms. Learners are also complaining about not having adequate time to learn and study, talking about only 3 hours, and really just wanting to find a way forward. What is your perspective?
The situation in that school is a humanitarian situation because what is transpiring there is a direct violation of human rights, where students have got are in contravention of the normal standards of teaching and learning, because we have got the prescripts of the department that mathematics on its own needs 5 hours. So if you are going to give learners 30 minutes a week of mathematics, that is a recipe for disaster. So we are shocked to learn that the department has not implemented any contingency plans around this issue as the beginning of this academic year.
In expressing your shock, I mean, what we're talking to here is a 77 million rand project that was which started 4 years ago, meant to be completed in 2 years, but of course that wasn't done. And we are talking in a climate of overcrowding in schools in the province being of huge concern. What is your understanding on the reasons behind this delay?
The reasons behind the delay is the corruption that is happening within the procurement processes of the department. As parents, we are aware that even if there was a storm that damaged, there are contingency budgets that are reserved for such unforeseen circumstances. So the department cannot cite storms as or natural disasters as part of the delay. There are allocated contingency plans. So we understand that it's a procurement issue that needs to be attended to, but we are calling on the provincial government to make sure or to make available contingency plans such as mobile classrooms, because they knew from last year that the project cannot be completed in this academic year, and therefore we will face a situation of overcrowding, of which overcrowding on its own is one of the major contributors to poor performance in schools.
We're also learning that it will be the first cohort of grade 12s at the school, and a lot is at stake. What are your concerns if the situation carries on as is?
Imagine a grade 12 student attending only 3 hours in a day. That tells you that we must expect below 10% of the pass rate in that particular school, because they won't have that adequate teaching and learning. And like I said, it's a violation of their human rights. So we are hoping that the department will act swiftly in ensuring that this partial handover happens as quick as possible, and where possible, mobile classrooms are deployed to that particular school so that teaching and learning cannot be disturbed.
What do you think would be the benefits of a partial handover? How would that assist learning?
A partial handover that alleviates overcrowding at some point and also enables teachers to have multiple classrooms, because say for instance in a grade where at seven subjects are being taught and we only have got 5 classrooms available, that tells you that we cannot be able to provide all other subjects in one day or as required in that particular week. So we are just hoping that this partial handover will alleviate the school in terms of overcrowding, and will also ensure that teachers have got a lesser focus on these learners, because this quick mushrooming teaching and learning is not going to assist us at the end of the academic year. It's more like the times of COVID. We have seen that COVID has negatively affected teaching and learning, and in this school they are now back to COVID, where teaching and learning is also affected.
And we're talking about one particular school here, but we know that in its entirety, there are a lot of backlogs and delays when it comes to ensuring that schools are being built in the province. What are some of the areas of concern around the department's planned target of building new schools? And never mind the delay of one school, but new schools that were planned to be built are yet to be built. And we're also learning of budget cuts.
It's unfortunate that the department has introduced this budget cuts that will also affect the infrastructure development of these schools. So we are aware that this overcrowding or this rotation of learners in schools because of overcrowding also contribute to the social ills, because the time these learners spend in their homes unsupervised as their parents are at work is also a major contributor of the social ills that are hunting our young ones. So we are hopeful that the department will find their ways in ensuring that this budget cuts does not affect teaching and learning, but rather should affect the lifestyle of these executives. They should rather cut their VIP protection budgets. They should rather cut budgets for workshops and meetings. They should rather cut budgets for caterings in their functions, but they should not in anyhow, as the department, cut budget where essential services are needed. That will be temporary with the rights and the needs of these particular learners.
Very well. Thank you so much for speaking to us this evening as we wrap up that discussion, speaking to School Governing Body Federation's National Convener, Apostle Derick Mosoana, speaking about some of the concerns around overcrowding in schools in the Northwest.